So yeah, this is a quick video, right? Because Saturday is not the Sabbath day. All right. Are we trying to get the Lord's kingdom, or are we trying to get Constantine's kingdom? Because Saturday is a Constantine paganism mixed in a Christianity or thing, right? When before Rome, there was no Saturday, there was no Sunday. It was day 1 of the first week of the moon. You understand? Day 2 of the first week of the moon. You understand? You understand? Day 10, second week of the moon. Understand? So Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 43:6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign to the world. From the moon is a sign of feast, right? So the moon is what dictate the feast, the Sabbath day, the Passover, the Pentecost, the feast of dedication, tabernacles. The moon you use the moon for know when them thing they go on. Alright? You use the moon. The month is called after our name, increasing wonderfully in our changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. So everybody knows that the moon declare the month. The month start at the new moon, right? I am not arguing if the new moon is the full moon or the dark moon. I am arguing that the moon, right? Everyone in this community of the truth will understand that the moon dictates the time of the month, right? So man them will say, all right, it's a new month. It's the month of Elul. It's the 5th month now, right? And then because the new moon came in on a Friday, right? Now, since it's day 1 of the month, but since it's a Friday, then Monday will use the Saturday Sabbath. Will say, well, the second day of this month, which on the Roman Julian calendar is Saturday, even though the moon just starts. So that means the month just start. We have to keep the Sabbath because Saturday is the Sabbath. You know how foolish that looks? How foolish that looks? Right? The moon. From the moon is a sign of feast. Right? The month is called after our name. He made the moon also to serve in our season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. So the moon starts the month. And every month have about 28, 29 days, right? So me not understand. If the moon start the month, right? If the new moon is day 1, shouldn't day 7 be the Sabbath? And then you get 4 sets of day 7s, right? Till the new moon phase finish, right? But man, I don't understand what's wrong with them. Why do they want to worship this Saturday Sabbath when Saturday is a pagan name for Satan? You understand? A foolishness, right? So Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 verse 18. This is about the sun now. The beginning, the ending, and the midst of the times, the alteration of the turning of the sun and the change of the season, because the sun circuits run upon 3 main line, right? The tropical Capricorn, the equator, and the tropical Cancer. So depending on which location the sun is closer to, that dictates the season. The circuits of the years, and the position of the stars. Meaning say, if you get an angular, like your whole a angle, I don't know the word for it, but they use it for navigate with the stars at night time when them dip on the ships in Columbus time, right? An astrolabe or something, you raise it up to the sun, and depending on the degree from the earth to you and the sun, you can know if you just wake up from a coma, or it's summertime, or it's springtime. The sun is at a 45-degree angle, or the sun is at a 30-degree angle, or the sun is at a 60-degree angle. So it's winter, it's summer, or it's spring, or it's fall. You understand? The beginning, the ending, and the midst of the times. The alteration of the turning of the sun and the change of the seasons, because the sun dictates the seasons, right? It dictates if it's winter, if it's summer, if it's spring, or if it's fall, right? The circuits of the years and the position of the stars, right? So watch this, right? The sun circles above the tropical the tropical Capricorn from December 21st to January 22, right? That is winter, right? That's when it's furthest away from people up north. So people in America, right? The yellow line, the yellow one is when it's in. That's where the sun is when winter is for us, right? The sun circles above the tropical Cancer from June 21 to July 22. That is the glory of the summer. That is the when it's in its high might of the summer, right? That's the red line, right? I mean, hold on. That is the orange line, the tropical Cancer. That's when it's summer. That's when it's summer, right? And the sun circles above the equator during the fall and the spring equinox. You understand it? It's self-explanatory. That's the red line, the equator, the circuits, right? The three main circuits that you can use to figure out what season it is, right? Now let's get on the moon, right? So the new moon, right, is when it is the dark one when the light need to increase, right? So the first Sabbath will look like day 7, the first quarter. A full moon will always be day 14. That's why Passover, right, the 14th day of the first month of Abib will always be a full moon, right? The third quarter. And then the new moon, when it dark again, and that's the completion of the month. And then the light come on the first day. You understand? So I don't understand. The moon dictated four Sabbath for each moon. But the man them know say the new moon, right? Whether you say it's the full moon or the dark moon, man them a go say, well, it's alright. The new moon, right? The new moon fall upon the Roman calendar upon a Friday, right? Upon a Thursday night, right? And since Saturday I come up now, them man they will say, well, it's Saturday, so it's the Sabbath. But I'm like, yo, it's the third day of the month, right? And these same people, right? They understand, say, all right, new moon, right? Say it's the first month and we have to do Passover. They will say new moon, boom, right? So they will count 14 days from the new moon and say that's the Passover. Yet they will not honor the Sabbath in that way. They will not honor the Father's holiest day in that way by the moon, when them say it by the moon. And then them thing with them use, right? Instead of use the moon, he made the moon also to serve in our season for a declaration of the times and a sign for the world. From the moon is a sign of feast, right? That's Ecclesiasticus in our Apocrypha 43 and 6 to 7, right? You see it? So them man, they don't want to honor the Sabbath the right way. They will use the moon for do every feast. They will say it's a new moon, and this high holy day is the 10th day of the 7th month, the Feast of Atonement. So we count 10 days from the new moon, right? So I'm saying like, so day 7, when you're counting it from the 10 day, the day 7 wasn't the Sabbath. No, they say, oh, that it's not Saturday. It's not Saturday yet, so it's not the Sabbath. So you use the moon for dictate every holy day except the Sabbath. And then they will say, well, in Genesis, the moon wasn't making at the fourth, it was making on the 4th day or the 3rd day. And I'm saying like, oh, those are days to God. We know say a day to God versus man is 1,000 years. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. Is that your line of defense from an excuse of why you don't want to celebrate the Sabbath, the 7th day of the month, and then the next 7th day? And then the next 7th day, you get 4 sets of 7 days in a one moon cycle, right? Because secret agenda, secret plots, popular commotion. You have to watch them buy them fruit, man. I don't understand why. Why? Look. Yahweh Shai. Why? Yo. God is perfect. You understand? First quarter. First Sabbath, full moon, second Sabbath, third quarter, third Sabbath, the dark moon, the 4th Sabbath, and then the next day at the first day of the month, right? When you see this little sliver, right? Why them man they don't understand? Saturday is not the Sabbath. Saturday is Satan day's paganism. get the people out of the paganism, and we're trying to get the kingdom of Yahushua. We're not trying to get the kingdom of Constantine. Constantine mixed up the paganism with the Bible, and now we wait to these knowledge things. And man, them know, but they don't want to give honor to the Sabbath day in its proper context. Why? Because some other man them where they don't really mingle with are already using it, and then for them to change up now, it look like, yo, them man there what you talk bad about were right all along, and the pride don't want you for even Saul, even King Saul and them sons say for David, you are gonna be the king, but them man them can't say, yo, all right, you man were right the whole time you were right, because we've been using the moon for every feast except the Sabbath day. We're wrong. Okay, man. Just remember, say Saturday is not the Sabbath.